LP on the scene, what it be, yo? In the club, stay fly like an ego. Stay fresh to death, to be the steez, yo. Do it for the love plus the people. LP on the scene, what it be, yo? In the club, stay fly like an ego. You know we be VIP wherever we go. Do it for the love,
Hey, it's David Rennke.
And Anthony Brownrigg of Don't Look in the Basement 2. And you're watching LP on the Scene Dallas.
It's a gritty little something about a pretty little something. She party with celebs and be up in every club.
So we have the producer and the director for Don't Look in the Basement 2. Can you guys introduce yourselves?
David Rennke, I'm the producer.
Okay.
I'm Anthony Brownrigg. I'm the co-writer and director.
So whose idea was it to bring this movie about?
Well, my father did the original Don't Look in the Basement in 1972.
Wow.
And he had always wanted to make a sequel since then. And as a kid growing up with him in the movie business, we would have talks all the time about what he wanted to do and how he wanted to do a sequel. And unfortunately, we lost him in '96. And since then, I've kind of taken up the mantle of trying to get that sequel done that he never could. So it was really kind of a family project.
Okay, so what was your first impression of the first movie for Don't Look in the Basement?
Well, say Tony grew up with it, and,
Right.
and Danny Redd, our other producer, his father worked with Tony, so they had been exposed to the original since they were young kids. I hadn't actually seen it till just last year. I mean, I thought it was great. It's a classic. I grew up in that era of going to the drive-in and watching movies like that.
Oh, yes,
so
the drive-in.
It was like, all right, this is right down our alley.
And it's not really a horror film. It's actually, no, it's a suspense film.
Ooh, I love
It's a
it.
suspense thriller. It's very character-driven and very character-oriented, like the first one was. The first one has this, it was on the Video Nasties list, and it's got this grindhouse reputation.
Okay.
But that was really because of marketing. The actual film, if people that are fans of the film know, it's really not a horror film. It's more of a kind of a Hitchcocking psychological thriller.
Oh, those are better. You don't like the gory.
They've all
kind of-
got their market. I love horror
Yeah.
too. But you know, it was a lot of fun put together.
Nail biting. You're
Yeah.
like off your seat.
And you get to know the characters. So this sequel was a 40-year later continuation of what happened to the characters 40 years later.
Okay. Now, so this film is part of the Texas competition. We want to know, where was this movie filmed?
It's actually filmed at the same location as the original film 40 years earlier, and near Mahia, Texas, in Tawakona at the Trinity Institute.
40 years? How much has that area changed? Has it?
Well, in the original location, it's a 150-year-old college, so it has its elements that are very aged, which actually just worked really well for the environment of the film. But the people that own it have kept it up, and they were very gracious to let us live there for a month and make this movie. And,
okay, so it took about a month.
Yeah, it took about 20
It took about a month to shoot.
Would you guys be willing to share like the budget for the film?
That's not my department.
It's fairly small. It's all self-funded, but we believe in it, and it's not really reflected in the quality of the film because our entire cast and crew really pitched in to help us get this thing done for what we could afford to do at the time. Yep. But it looks like a $50 million film.
Well, that's nice to hear.
We'll put it up against anybody's.
I love it.
And we had with Danny Redd producing, and then Andrew Sensenig came on board, and then all the cast, and Megan Emmerich co-wrote the script with me, and everybody just really fell into place. It really was an amazing.
Yeah, it couldn't ask for a better cast or crew, and big shout out to Chuck Hatcher, our DP, and Teddy.
I love
Cool.
Chuck and Teddy Cool.
Yeah, Teddy Cool, our lighting director. And
I like your
everybody else.
chemistry.
Yeah, we're
Producer, director.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're actually not fighting right now.
So tell
Gotta
me.
be in the shot.
Well, you guys are not fighting over the mic. What is the most memorable behind-the-scenes moment when filming?
My particular one, I enticed Jim O'Riordan, who's a very talented actor and has a huge following. But there's certain aspects of him nobody has ever seen before. So there's a scene where him and his friend Scott peek over the rail of a stairway, and I enticed Jim to pull his pants down, and I held him up while he showed Tony his hindquarters in the filming of the movie.
We did get a full moon in the outtakes, so yeah.
Yeah, but stay tuned on the internet. We'll post it at some point if Jim doesn't keep up his ransom payments.
Oh, you guys are going to post some of the behind the scenes on the internet?
Oh, sure, absolutely.
So how do our viewers want to know, how do we find
Facebook.
out?
Well, Facebook, and then we have don'tlookinthebasement.com.
Right. There we go. Okay. Thank you guys so much, and good luck. All right. So introduce yourselves and tell us what role do you play in the movie Don't Look in the Basement too.
My name's Kim Foster, and I play Sophie. I'm one of the mental patients in the asylum in Don't Look in the Basement.
Okay.
My name is Chester Rushing, and I play also one of the mental patients. I play Roman, and the film was really, really, really interesting to all of us because we got to go to a different place where not all actors get to venture to.
Playing mental patients, that had to be fun.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, it definitely took a lot of preparing and a lot of work.
So tell us, why can't we look in the basement?
Well, you have to see the movie to find out.
Oh man! So okay, this movie is part of the competition, of course.
Right.
And what made you guys decide to choose this film, the screenplay?
Well, Tony, the director, I've been trying to work with him for years now. So this is finally a film that I got to be on with him. And the first one was based in Texas, and so he decided to base this one here. So we had to bring it here, bring it home.
Yeah.
Okay, so for our viewers, when we're watching the movie, we might recognize some of the locations. Can you give away some of the locations that this movie was filmed?
Yeah.
We're in Mejia.
Mejia, yeah. So
Mejia,
it's way out in the countryside.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, when you walked onto the set, that's whenever the cell phones stopped working.
Yeah.
Wow, what kind of place was Mejia?
Well, so we filmed actually one of the original buildings that the first film was done in.
Oh.
Like 30 years ago. So that was really
so
cool.
it was in 1970, the first one.
Yes.
Okay, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and this film is a continuation of the first film. To where there's a lot of history. So it was basically like a big cult horror film with a lot of interesting parts. And 30 years later, here we are again. And you don't have to see the first one to understand the second one because the history is tied into the screenplay.
Okay. So is this your first time being part of DIFF, the Dallas International Film Festival?
No, this is my third.
Yeah.
Okay. Third. Wow. What else have you worked on?
It was a few years ago. One of them was Earthling. It was a sci-fi alien flick.
Okay.
And then another one was part of the short film series called Piggy's Lament.
Okay.
Yeah.
And my first movie in the Dallas International Film Festival, I think, was last year, and it was a film called Believe Me.
Okay. What is that about?
It's like a comedy about people that are con artists in the youth church.
Oh, wow.
So it's about.
That sounds very interesting.
Yeah. It's actually now at Walmart, so you can go and get it on DVD if you want. And it's got people like Sinquo Walls from Teen Wolf, Alex Russell, and he's in the new Carrie movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So what type of genre movie do you guys enjoy doing most, or which one is most challenging? You can answer both questions.
I think this one was really challenging because since we were playing mental patients, we wanted to do that justice. We didn't want to play a caricature of someone that has depression or autism or whatever it was. So we wanted to be as real as possible. So it took research and being true to something that's kind of scary.
Wow. And how long did it take to film the movie?
Oh wow! I think I was on set for almost a month.
Okay.
And we all stayed. Did you stay on set? Location?
Yeah, I was there for about a week.
In Mejia.
Yeah, there was donkeys and goats that kept breaking takes. You would say action, and you hear the donkey start going.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that. That is funny.
No problem.
Well, you know what? Congratulations and the best of luck.
Thank you
so much. Thank you.
LP on the scene, what it be, yo? In the club, stay fly like an ego. We be VIP wherever we go. Do it for the love plus the people.